Good day and welcome to a special edition of Natural Health Dialogue. It is all over the news. People are now very concerned about fighting viruses themselves. And so we have naturopathic Dr. Randy Lee to talk about that.
We're actually going to just talk a little bit about how you can protect your body from the virus and the bacteria. I think it's more as much panic right now as it is fact, although we have colds and flus and we have viruses and bacteria all the time. This particular one has made the news and people are panicking over it. I don't want them to panic. I want to talk about what you can do to protect yourself from virus and bacteria. And there are at least two major things that you can do. One of those is to keep a healthy immune system. That's the first and foremost. Joseph, back in 2018, we wrote a blog entitled A Child's View of the Immune System. And it was just really, really basic stuff about your immune system and the different things that happen in your immune system. We called them soldiers. We used a Star Wars theme to get it started.
Right, I remember that.
And talking about just trying to the simple things about your immune system. Well, that's still, you can find that on our website. Go there and look at that if you want to.
Thehealthpatch.com.
Healthpatch.com. Under the resources tag, there's ones for blogs, and you can go in there and find something about the child's view of the immune system, just to refresh yourself if you want about how the immune system works. That's all well and good, but you got to keep the immune system healthy. I like to tell people I spent quite a bit of time in my younger youth overseas, and one of the things, I'm a foodie. I love all kinds of foods, and I particularly like. I'm a big fan these days of food trucks. But over in the third world countries or over in Europe, several places you can go, there have always been street vendors. We used to have a lot of them when we were kids. We had a street vendor outside of our Safeway in Pine Bluff where I grew up. I like those things. And so I would go to places with my buddies and we would have food from the food vendors. And I would come away from that with nothing but just a pleasurable evening. My buddies would come away from it many times with what we used to call Taiwan tummy or Montezuma's revenge.
Right.
All kinds of digestive distress. And
but you didn't get it.
But I didn't get it, and I got to be known as the man with the cast iron constitution. But I think that's because I have a very broad spectrum of food likes. There's very few things that I've ever tasted in my life that I didn't like. God has just blessed me with taste buds that make me heavy because I like everything. And because I like everything, I eat everything. My spectrum of things that I eat is extremely broad. Lots of greens, lots of. I grew up in a southern rural area in Arkansas, and so we grew virtually everything we ate, and I ate virtually everything that we grew, and I like it all. I developed a taste for it. So consequently, with that kind of a variety of foods to be eaten, there's a lot of nutrients in there that I get into my diet that a lot of people don't get into their diets. And probably even before I got into this business, I was one of the few people I knew that my folks always stressed that we needed a multiple vitamin. And so I've had the nutrients that my body needs to keep my immune system strong. And most people are a little bit more finicky eaters. They have a much narrower palate. There are nutrients that your body needs that they're not getting. And then they don't take the vitamins, and so they end up getting sick more often or easier. They've compromised their immune system. Exactly. So step number one in this whole process is you got to make sure that you've got a good, strong immune system.
And how do you do that? And
you do that by eating the broad spectrum of foods and taking multiple vitamins and minerals to make sure, and not just your basic vitamins and minerals, but I've several times talked about Joel Wallach, who was nominated for the Nobel Prize in '95 for his work in supplements for people, and he said you need 96 things every day, and that included all your major vitamins, your major minerals, 64 trace minerals that are basically missing from our food supply these days, 22 amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, all these things that you need, and if you take those regularly, you'll have a good, strong immune system. Now, that's point one. Have a good immune system, make sure it's strong. Point two is you should have some stuff on your shelf in your medicine cabinet that will take care of killing virus and bacteria. And we have a number of herbs and some vitamins and minerals that help to kill those.
Okay, no, wait a minute. Now, I thought this is the layman's view of bacteria and viruses. Now, I know you can take antibiotics and kill bacteria, but I thought viruses, you can't kill a virus.
Oh no, there are things that are virus. We have supplements that are. We've got one particular supplement that's called VS-C. You know what that is? Chinese herbs that make an environment in your body which is not conducive to virus. It kills the virus. We have vitamin C. I've read recently about vitamin C and its ability to wipe out virus and certain bacterias. So some people have taken large quantities of vitamin C. There is a bowel tolerance factor with vitamin C. Your body has to adjust to it, so you start off lightly. I take 1,000 units, or 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day.
Oh, wow.
1,000's not that many. There are people that take 10,000 units. If you started off today trying to take 10,000, it wouldn't hurt you, but you'd spend a lot of time in the bathroom if you did that. So, but vitamin C is a great supplement to take during the cold and flu season because it helps your body adjust to wipe out some of those things. Vitamin C. We had a medical doctor here within the last month on radio stations here in Oklahoma anyway. I don't know if it's nationwide or just Oklahoma, but he was talking about 25 milligrams of zinc would kill the virus. We don't normally take 25 units, 25 milligrams of vitamin C in a day. Too much zinc. Too much zinc can become toxic to your body. But taking 25 milligrams for a few days or a week or two, if it's going to wipe out that virus, it'd be worth doing that. I'm just about sold out of zinc in my store because of that doctor's comment. Everybody has come in wanting to buy zinc.
And what about your supplier? Are you going to order more?
We have ordered more of most of the things that we've talked about today, but quite frankly, many of the suppliers nationwide have also run out of these things. So you need to have them on your shelf in your medicine cabinet before this stuff all breaks down.
And we probably ought to mention also that you do have an online store where much of this can be purchased without having to go to the store and expose yourself to the public.
Absolutely. As long as we have it in stock, you can buy it at our online store or other online stores. You can buy things. Things that you would need would be things like the zinc that this doctor has mentioned, the vitamin C that Joel Wallach talks about, some of the herbs that we use that will kill virus and have been shown in clinical trials to do that are things like echinacea and elderberry and golden seal. I read an article here recently talking about the antiviral effects of dandelion. For goodness sake, we usually use dandelion just as a diuretic, but in fact, they're saying that it also has an antiviral effect to it as well.
Interesting. And if I could interrupt just one more time, I wanted to give the website again, thehealthpatch.com, and you can click right there, and it'll take you right to the online store if you're interested in looking to see what they have.
That's correct. Absolutely. Wanted to mention one other product that I personally like a lot. We did a whole blog on it at one time, and it's called Schultz's Master Tonic.
Right.
A guy by the name of Sam Bissell interviewed Dr. Schultz years and years ago, and he said, what if a person is, I'm quoting, this is not me, what if a person is exposed to a killer virus like the ones that we've seen recently? Now, this was done probably 100 years ago. I don't know, a long time ago. Dr. Schultz's response was, I would use a formula that I call the Master Tonic. It's a modern-day plague anecdote. Well, actually, when I looked at the formula, he uses the 5 best herbal antibiotics that we have, and those are ginger, hot peppers, garlic, horseradish, and white onions. And he puts them in an apple cider vinegar tincture. Takes a couple of weeks to do that, but you can make it at home. If you want the recipe, we'll have it up on our website. You can also come by the store. I'll give you a copy of it. You can make it at home, and it's just it takes 2 weeks to make it. But it also is something that will kill, according to Dr. Schultz himself, it'll kill virus and bacteria, and he calls it his plague antidote. So it's a great product. We do have a lot of it in stock at the store.
And so here's my question. So a lot of the suppliers and the stores are running out of things like zinc, but are they running out of horseradish? Are the grocery stores running out of horseradish? I doubt it.
Nope.
Onions? I doubt it. So you can probably get all those things still and take care of yourself.
Absolutely. I was going to say the food sources. You don't have to go buy a bunch of supplements. You don't have to buy all the fancy things. I'm just going to say eat more ginger. Eat more hot peppers, eat more horseradish, eat more onions, eat more garlic. Those are antibiotics in themselves, and they're a food source.
And don't kiss anybody, but you'll be healthier.
That's right, but you'll be healthy. You and the vampires will be free of all of that. I also mentioned in here, we're about out of time, but I also mentioned in the blog that you'll see online, there are many herbs, and there are also teas. Many of these herbs come in tea form. Lots of supplements, essential oils. We use essential oils very, very strongly, and you can diffuse those in your house, or you can put them in things that you've got where you're breathing them in. The aromatherapy benefits of some of these will also wipe out some of the virus and bacteria.
What's a good aroma or essential oil to diffuse to hinder viruses?
Actually, a couple of formulas put out by companies that have a blend. I'm going to mention a couple of companies. The Thieves blend that comes from Young Living is called Nature's Shield in the Now line. It's called On Guard in the doTERRA line. But it's the same formula for all of those. And the formula comes from people in England during the Black Plague of England a century ago were known to go in to try to rob things where people had died, and they didn't get sick. And they finally figured out that it was some of these oils that had kept them healthy, some of the foods that were produced from these oils that kept them healthy. And so they made those formulas, and those formulas diffused in your house will also kill virus and bacteria.
And if somebody wants to discuss that with you, can they call the store?
Call the store, drop by the store. We're at 1024 South Douglas in Midwest City.
Oklahoma.
You can call us at 405-736-1030. Talk to us on the phone, or just come by and we'll talk to you in the aisles and give you a little education on all of this.
So if somebody wants to feel like they've done everything they can to protect themselves, visit your store.
And we will give them information on the vitamins, the minerals, the herbs, the essential oils, the supplements, the teas, all of those things. Most of them are available in the store. The information is always there because we are a staff of 5 naturopathic doctors. This is what we do for a living.
Right. You know, one thing we haven't talked about that you might want to mention is that colloidal silver.
Yeah, colloidal silver.
Out?
Colloidal silver has been shown to kill both virus and bacteria. There are brands that run from 10 parts per million up to 500 parts per million. We can talk about the differences in those, but clinical trials also show that the colloidal silver will kill, in general, virus and bacteria. Now, I'm a naturopathic doctor. We're not talking about treating any diseases. If the disease has a name, then I'm not treating it. I'm just talking about what you can do for your immune system to build a resistance to virus and bacteria, and some known herbs, vitamins, minerals, essential oils, and things that in general kill virus and bacteria.
Do you have colloidal silver on your shelf right now?
We do.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, we got plenty of that. We were able to get that well in advance, so we got plenty of that. We've still got a little bit of zinc. We've still got plenty of elderberry and echinacea, golden seal. Those things are not as well known, so there's not as much sought after. My shelf stock on zinc was 2 a month. and I've sold 40 of them in the last week.
Wow.
So most of the suppliers are running out of drink due to one doctor's comment on the radio.
Right.
So yeah, come and see us, and we'll talk to you about all of that and share with you.
And
Yeah.
can you get all those products that you mentioned also online?
You can't. They're not all available online at my store.
Okay.
But they are all available online at other stores.
Okay.
Unless, like many other suppliers, they may have run out of specific products due to the high demand right now. My real thing is get your immune system strong, and you won't need as much of the other stuff. And then secondly, when you enter into this season of the year where we always have trouble with colds and flu and virus and bacteria, have your supplements already bought so that if a big impulse of something comes up,
You've already got it.
You've already got yours there before the stores all run out
That just
of
makes
it.
good sense.
It does.
All right. Is that it, Randy? Is there any other
That'll
good
do
advice?
it for today. Come
Okay.
see us. We'd love to talk to you about it. We're in it to keep you healthy. People think we're in it for the money, but we're not.
I know.
We're in it to try to get people healthy and keep them healthy. And I'd like to see lifestyle changes where you stay healthy all the time. On most of our blogs, most of our podcasts, we're talking about things that you can do to stay healthy. We like to treat you beforehand.
Right.
If you, I put a little thing in the bottom of this thing says, "Don't get sick, and you don't have to work so hard to get well."
There you go.
So there you go.
All right. Very good. We hope you all stay healthy during this difficult season. And until next time, be blessed.